Hi guys, welcome back. I am going to discuss question number 2 today. Now in this question we have some different set of questions. We have 4 sub questions in this main question. Now still I am going to use MySQL, my favorite software for creating databases, of course. And let's go on to the question, shall we? Okay. Now the board of directors of Southern Productions has decided to include all of their company information into a computer software. The software was commissioned by Dinul Kovida Soft, and you are the senior software engineer of this software development company, and your team has been assigned to create the database. And when you are creating the database, you need to store this information. You are assigned to create the database because you want to manage the data inside the software. Okay. Now first of all, our main task is creating Sadhuna production DB. Okay. I am going to just go to my MySQL software. Then let's just check whether there's already a database in that name. Okay. It seems apparently there's not a database in that name. So I'm just going to go on Sadhuna, what's the name again? Sadhuna production DB. Now I'll just click on enter. Okay. Now I have my database right here. I think, yeah, it's here. Sadhuna production database, and I'll just go on to, I'll just right click on it and I'll create new and go on for table, because I want to create a table inside this database. Now if you are not familiar on creating tables inside database, you can just click on my first video. Okay, now I'm just going to click on table. Now I have my table format here. Now because I'm going to design this table first, this is my first table I'm going to design. And my first table, I have to create a table called employee. My first table name is employee. Employee. Now I'm going to add the table columns. As you remember, I'm just going to split the screen so it's easy for me to enter the table, and it's also easy for me to explain the question. This way is fine. Okay. My first table column is employee registration number. Okay. Registration number. Okay. Employee registration number, and I have to include the data type Varsha. Okay, in this question also I think we have the data type only Varsha. In further questions I am going to explain how to use other types of data types when designing these tables. Okay, a length of 10 characters. And my second column is first name, still the data type is Varsha, and a length of 45 characters. And the next column, last name, the data type and lengths are still the same as the previous column. And this is my fourth column. Okay, column number 4, I have gender, right? Yeah, gender, the data type is still Varsha, and the length of characters is 10. Okay, my fifth column is contact number. Okay, contact number, and the data type and lengths are still the same. Okay. Now I'm going to save these settings. Just going to double check whether I have given the names correctly. Okay, I'm going to just save the settings here. Now just go into whether it has been deleted. Yeah, now let's move on to the second question. Now our first question has been successfully completed. Okay, now my second question. My second question is create a table name product. Okay, now we have to design another table called product. Okay, yeah, that's basically it. Okay, simple. You just click on this database, right click on this database again, and go on to create new and click on table. Okay, table, our table name is product. Okay, table name is product. Now I'm going to add the columns. Okay, my first column is column product ID and the data type is varchar. The default value is always int, so I have to change that value, and the default character length is also 50, so I have to change that also. Now here the data type I have to change it as varchar2 for my second column, and the name I am going to give it is, according to the question, is product name. Product name, and the length of the characters is 45. Again, the last column in this product table is brand. The data type is varchar, and the character length is 45. Okay. I am going to save this one also. So once I go into this database, once again I'll show you. Now in this database, Sadhana production media, I have created two tables. Employee table. Here it has this table with these columns. Employee registration number, first name, last name, gender, and contact number. Okay. Now in this product table, I have product ID, product name, and brand. Okay. Now the question is not still over. We have the last question. What are the steps that you have to take to stop data repeat in the product table? Okay, now let's just forget about the employee table and focus on the product table. Okay, now we are in the product table. Now it has a product ID, product name, and brand. Now there's a small possibility, actually not small, there's a huge probability that data will be repeated mistakenly if the user who is using this who is using the software in product registrations, if he mistakenly add the same product twice or more than that, then there will be some issues in the database side. So we have to omit that. We have to fix that. Now, as we are the team who's responsible of the databases, we have to take care of that issue. Now, the step I'm going to take to resolve that question is, I'm going to use a unique ID for the product ID. In that way, if a product has a unique ID, and if that product has a unique ID, and if we are going to enter that product again to our database, we can omit that registration, because the product ID is unique. The product ID is unique. In that way, you won't be able to register it again, because a column, when we take a column, when we have a row in the table, it won't repeat if one value is unique. Now in a table you won't get the same row twice. So if we are going to do that, we need a unique value. Now our unique value, I am going to select it as product ID. Okay, product ID column. So what I am going to do, I am going to go to my settings again, and I am going to select this key as primary. Now key implies, now in this column I have designed a primary key. A primary key means, now I am going to now if this value repeats in another row, that registration is omitted. That's the meaning of primary key. Now here as we are registering products, we must apply each product a unique ID. So if you are going to do that setting here, you can do it in the database itself. You can just double click on this default value and you can design this varchar data type as int implies integer, and you can go on to double click on this default value and put auto increment. Auto increment means once you enter products onto this column, it will automatically assign numbers starting from 1. Starting from now, the first product is named as 1, then the next product 2. So in that way the solution to our problem is, so once you register a product in the product ID of 1, you can't enter another product with the same product ID. So that's how you give this that's how you stop the data repeat in the product table. It's the technical term of this data repeat is transitive dependency, which I will discuss in a later video. Okay, now that's all of our question. That's all of our question. We had 4 questions in the question set 2, and I'll go on to discuss this question in the next video. Okay. Have a nice day, guys.